Kevin Costner's ex accuses him of withholding evidence of his finances. He calls her requests harassing. Christine Costner has asked for more financial info from her estranged husband ahead of a court hearing on child support. Kevin Costner's estranged wife Christine claims the Yellowstone actor is withholding evidence of his finances as their divorce battle drags on. In a request for order filed in California Superior Court August 21 and obtained by People, an attorney for Christine, 49, has asked the court to compel Kevin, 68, to produce documents related to his business dealings. The lawyer claims the two-time Oscar winner, who shares children Caden, 16, Hayes, 14, and Grace, 13, with Christine, has been stonewalling by not sharing the information ahead of their scheduled child support hearing next week and the November trial to determine the validity of their premarital agreement. Christine, who was entitled to a $1.5 million payout under the terms of the agreement, which she previously claimed she felt pressured to sign, was also temporarily awarded $129,755 per month in child support last month. Kevin has requested a multi-day evidentiary hearing on Christine's request for child support, at which time the court will receive evidence regarding Kevin's gross cash flow available for support and anticipated future income. Kevin has also requested a trial to determine the validity of the parties' premarital agreement, the unconscionability of which will depend on an analysis of how the terms of that agreement compare to the parties' present financial realities, Christine's lawyer wrote in the request for order. The court will need to receive evidence regarding those circumstances to make its determination. However, Christine will be unable to present any evidence that Kevin has chosen to withhold from discovery, the lawyer continued. Christine had initially asked for $248,000 per month in child support. Kevin, whose 2022 income was around $20 million according to court documents, strongly objected in a June 30 filing. He said he could not afford that amount because he expects to earn substantially less in 2023 now that he is no longer under contract for Yellowstone, which he said was the principal source of his income. Noting Kevin's statement in their new filing, Christine's lawyers have said they are also seeking information related to his upcoming film series Harassing, as such documents evidence his future endeavors and anticipated income. Kevin, they claim, is withholding those documents. As an exhibit included in the request for order, Christine's attorneys included Kevin's response to their request for the production of documents, dated June 30, in which he objected to providing the information. This request seeks documents that are not relevant given the parties entered into a premarital agreement containing a limitation on spousal support and providing that all income earned during marriage would be the separate property of the spouse earning the income and providing for no community property, an attorney for Kevin wrote. Kevin's lawyer called several specific requests for information, including those related to his businesses, burdensome, oppressive, and harassing. In the request for order, Christine's lawyer called those responses in the June 30 deficient and sought to obtain more information. According to the request for order and attached exhibits, Kevin did provide further financial information over the following weeks but has resisted providing information related to Harassing. These documents have no bearing on Christine's request for child support and her ability to calculate Kevin's gross cash flow available for child support, an attorney for Kevin wrote in an August 18 letter to Christine's legal team, which was attached to the request for order as an exhibit. Christine, who filed for divorce May 1 after 18 years of marriage, is also seeking nearly $9,000 in legal fees she incurred while her legal team tried to obtain the information from Kevin. Kevin Costner is ready to take the high ground amid messy divorce from Christine Baumgartner. Ever since Kevin Costner's wife, Christine Baumgartner, filed for divorce from the A-list actor on May 1, the estranged couple have been at war over everything from the validity of their prenuptial agreement to who gets to keep the former couple's pots and pans. According to a source, Costner, 68, is now ready to pump the brakes on the drama. Kevin and his lawyers have made a concerted effort to lower the temperature and stop the tide of bad publicity, explains the source. He doesn't want this to be a drawn-out divorce. The Yellowstone star was said to be blindsided when Baumgartner, 49, pulled the plug on their relationship after 18 years of marriage. Kevin feels betrayed by Christine, but he wants to take the high ground, adds the source, noting that the actor has been focused on his children. He and Baumgartner share Caden, 16, Hayes, 14, and Grace, 13, and his upcoming film, Harassing, an American saga. Kevin doesn't want to waste more time fighting with Christine. By most accounts, Baumgartner was unhappy with how much time Costner devoted to work over the past few years. Filming his hit series, Yellowstone, in Montana kept him away from home for months at a time. Their marriage seemed solid and like they were in it for the long term, but the time apart clearly took a toll, says a second source. Christine just couldn't cope. Things got ugly fast. In mid-June, court docs revealed that Baumgartner was refusing to leave the family's $145 million Santa Barbara compound, despite their prenup stating she had to vacate the property within 30 days of the divorce filing. She left in late July after their lawyers duked it out over who could keep certain household items like kitchen cutlery. They fought over child support. Baumgartner requested $248,000 per month. A judge ordered Costner to fork over temporary monthly payments of $129,755, and in court documents from August 10, Costner's attorneys accused Baumgartner's legal team of gamesmanship of the worst sort in light of her claims she felt pressured to sign their premarital agreement. They are due in court in November to hash out child support and the terms of their prenup. The first source says Costner, whose 1994 divorce from his first wife, Cindy Silva, reportedly resulted in an $80 million settlement, is now taking a step back and letting his lawyers figure it all out while he and Baumgartner keep their distance. They are only speaking through intermediaries, notes the source. Kevin would rather use the silent treatment than deal with Christine directly anymore. The Oscar winner feels he's been more than reasonable. Kevin sees himself as having all the class and integrity in this situation, says the first source, insisting that Christine will get a fair deal. Costner, who owns another property in Santa Barbara and a 160-acre ranch in Colorado, along with a multi-million-dollar art collection, has a what's mine is mine attitude regarding the division of assets, says the source. Adds a third source, Kevin doesn't hate Christine, but he does want a clean break. Of course, there are resentments and animosity, but that comes with the territory, and he's trying not to make it personal. While the first source notes there are some concerns that Baumgartner still has ammo she can throw at Kevin, the actor feels confident things will work out in his favor. Kevin is a chess player, says the source, and he will outplay Christine. As he recovers from the split, Costner's been leaning on friends and his daughter Lily, 37, from his marriage to Silva. They also share Annie, 39, and Joe, 35, and Costner shares Liam, 27, with ex-Bridget Rooney. Lily is the Kevin whisperer in the family and the one who keeps him calm and sane, explains the first source. The second source says Costner's younger kids with Baumgartner are handling the split surprisingly well, adding, they're sad, but they're being very level-headed and mature about it all. Work has been a welcome reprieve. After 5 seasons of Yellowstone, he's ready for what's next. In a June interview, showrunner Taylor Sheridan told The Hollywood Reporter he was disappointed that Costner wanted to exit the series before filming the second half of season 5, with the publication reporting there are still ongoing discussions to try to convince the star to film a few scenes. Yellowstone was a huge success, but Kevin hated not having enough input, and that's what caused the friction with Taylor, says the second source. He wants to challenge himself. Costner is putting it all on the line for his upcoming 4-part western, Harassing, an American saga, even taking out a mortgage to fund it himself. I've mortgaged 10 acres on the water in Santa Barbara where I was going to build my last house. But I did it without a thought, the writer-director recently told Deadline. It's thrown my accountant into AF *** king conniption fit. But it's my life, and I believe in the idea and the story. The first source tells us he's happy to risk it all. Directing Harassing has been an A+ experience, the source says, noting Costner, who's also starring in the film series, is working alongside his longtime collaborators. During his years on Yellowstone, he had none of his loyalists around him, which was the big reason why he left that show. The source says that the first 2 installments of Harassing are about 75% done. The on-location scenes were filmed before the Hollywood strikes began. Kevin won't settle for anything less than perfection when it comes to Harassing, adds the source. He wants it to be his biggest success since the days of Dances with Wolves. He's thrown everything he has into making it. Costner is starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Kevin's been to hell and back, but the feeling you get from people in his circle is that he's finally coming out the other side, says the second source. He's throwing himself into his work and surrounding himself with people he can trust. Divorce sucks, but he's toughing it out. Adds the source, Kevin has a lot of confidence in his attorneys, and he's staying busy with his career and continues to have a very special relationship with his kids. He firmly believes that brighter times are ahead.